Good morning, friends. Welcome to Macsveda. Let's cover linear equation in one variables in this video. Linear equations in one variable. An algebraic expression with a equal sign. X plus 3 is equal to 0 is one example. Y plus 3 is equal to 0 is another example. Do we have an equal sign in the example? Yes, we do have. Hence, this is an equation. The equation will have only one variable. What is the variable in this equation? X and Y. An equation with degree of the variable 1 in case of linear equations. So what is the degree of the variable in these equations? It is nothing but x to the power 1 because x is the variable, or in another equation it is y is the variable. As x to the power is 1, it is a linear equation. If the power is anything more than 1, that is 2, 3, 4, etc., which we would be studying in the higher classes, that will not be a linear equation. In case of linear equation, it is always 1. The power of the variable is always 1, or degree of the variable is always 1. Let us solve some of the equations. X minus 2 is equal to 7. So when we are expected to solve this, we need to find the value of x. That is a variable. That is the purpose of the solving equations. So x minus 2 is equal to 7. As per the principle, we have to keep variables on one side and the numbers on the other side. How do we do this? What is the variable in this equation? It is x. So we have to keep x on one side of the equation, equal sign, and the numbers on the other side of the equal sign. So we don't want minus 2 next to x. So what we have to do is basically add 2 on both sides so that the value remains same. So I'm adding 2 on the left hand side of the equal sign, and I'm also adding 2 on the right hand side of the equal sign so that the value of the equation does not change. Minus 2 plus 2 will become 0, which means x on left hand side will remain, and on right hand side 7 plus 2, that becomes 9. Therefore, the solution of the equation is 9. The same examples can also be solved in a very simple fashion. X minus 2 is equal to 7. We can use the transposing method. So what is the transposing method? Variables on one side, numbers on the other side. We have to shift minus 2, which is on the left hand side, to the right hand side. So the value is minus on the left hand side. When you shift, that becomes plus, as it will change the sign when changing the sides. So x will become 7 plus 2 because 2 is minus the left hand side. As it is changing the sides, it will become plus 2 when you shift the other side. So x will be 9. It is exactly the same way we have solved it earlier. This is a faster way of solving the problem. Let's look at some other examples. Y plus 3 is equal to 10. So what is the variable here? Y. So we have to keep variables on one side, numbers on the other side. Let's use the transpose method and shift plus 3 to the other side. So plus 3, when you shift to the other side, it becomes minus 3. So y is equal to 10 minus 3. As you shift the sides, you shift or change the sign from plus to minus. So y will become 10 minus 3, that is 7. Hence the value, solution of the equation is 7. Let's look at another example. 6 is equal to z plus 2. Remembering the principle, keeping variables on one side and numbers on the other side. So we will shift 2, which is on the right hand side, to the left hand side. So as it is a plus sign on this side, when we shift to the left hand side, this becomes minus. So 6 minus 2 is equal to z. that is z is equal to 4. And solution of the equation is 4. Let's look at another example. 3 by 7 plus x is equal to 17 by 7. So now this equation has fractions, but the principle remains same. We will keep the variables on one side and the numbers on the other side, which means you are shifting 3 by 7, which is on the left hand side, to the right hand side. So when you shift, you have to change the sign as well. So x will become 17 by 7 minus 3 by 7. That is, as the denominator is same, you can directly subtract the numerators. So x is equal to 17 minus 3 divided by 7. That is, x is equal to 14 by 7, which means x is equal to 2. So the solution of the equation is 2. Let's look at another module. 6x is equal to 12. We go by the same principle, that is, keep variables on one side, numbers on the other side. So we have to shift 6 to the other side. As it is a multiplication on the left hand side, when you shift, it becomes denominator. So x is equal to 12 divided by 6. That is nothing but x is equal to. Therefore, solution of the equation is 2. Let's solve another example. 3 divided by 5 is equal to 10. The principle remains same. Variables on one side, numbers on the other side. So you want to shift 5, which is there on the denominator in left hand side, to the numerator. As we are shifting, we have to change the sign. So division becomes multiplication. So t is equal to 10 multiplied by 5, that is 50. So solution of the equation is 50. Let's look at another example. 2x divided by 3 is equal to 18. Going by the principle, we need to keep variables on one side, numbers on the other side. And we will shift 3 in the denominator to the other side. And when we shift the number, we have to change the sign. So division becomes multiplication. Hence, 2x is equal to 18 multiplied by 3. 2x is equal to 54. X will be 54 divided by 2. As 2 is a multiplicand on the left hand side, when you shift, you have to change the sign. So that will become 27. So solution of the equation is 27. Thank you. We will be covering other concepts of the same chapter in the upcoming video.